stop fretting over low fertility rates. The truth is, our planet cannot sustain an ever-growing population indefinitely. The idea that increasing the number of people on Earth is a viable solution is fundamentally flawed. As highlighted in the commentary titled, "Why Dads, Not Duds, Are Important for the Baby Bust," published on September 3rd, the issue of declining birth rates worldwide brings to light a crucial reality. Our planet's resources are limited, and, consequently, population growth must also be limited. Take Japan, for instance. This nation has been grappling with the challenges of an aging demographic for decades, a clear indicator of the broader trend we are witnessing in many developed countries where birth rates are not just slowing down, but are actually declining. Instead of fixating on boosting fertility rates, our focus should shift towards optimizing our existing resources and learning to thrive with a smaller population. This approach encourages innovation and creativity, allowing us to make the most of what we have rather than pushing the boundaries of sustainable living. In essence, we should be less concerned about how many people are born and more about how we can adapt and flourish in a world with fewer inhabitants. Our collective ingenuity will pave the way forward. Harry Punchak, Lakewood. In light of the recent tragic events involving mass shootings, it is imperative to consider the role of social media in these incidents. Referring to a letter discussing the church shooting in Minneapolis, the author notes that in a society where a significant portion of the Supreme Court and many citizens uphold the belief that the right to bear arms, as outlined in the Constitution, applies to modern firearms, such tragedies become all too understandable. While I concur with this perspective, I would like to add another layer to the discussion. The First Amendment, which guarantees freedom of speech, was established in an era dominated by print media. Could the Founding Fathers have ever envisioned the profound influence that the Internet and social media would wield, particularly in the context of inciting violence? The Federal Communications Commission, FCC, was created in 1934 to oversee the burgeoning radio industry and has since adapted to regulate television and the Internet. This historical precedent suggests that there is a basis for implementing restrictions on media platforms. A recent article discussing Mississippi's efforts to impose age restrictions on the social media platform Blue Sky illustrates the contentious nature of this issue. Yet I believe that establishing reasonable regulations is not only possible, but necessary. The misuse of social media by malicious individuals poses a significant threat to public safety. From those who commit acts of mass violence to predators who exploit vulnerable children, these individuals take advantage of the freedoms that were intended to protect society. For the sake of our collective safety, it is crucial that we identify and establish sensible limits on our national freedoms. We already possess the framework to do so. Francis Rossi, Boulder. In the wake of numerous mass shootings, it is essential to consider the role of responsible, law-abiding citizens in addressing this issue. Tragically, mass shootings have occurred in various public spaces, including schools, grocery stores, places of worship, military installations, city streets, and theaters. In these difficult times, we must extend our thoughts and prayers to the families and friends of those who have lost loved ones. Criminals have existed throughout history, and those with malicious intent will go to great lengths to acquire weapons, be it firearms, explosives, or vehicles, to carry out their violent acts. One potential solution to this ongoing problem is for state and federal authorities to actively encourage law-abiding citizens to carry firearms, whether openly or concealed. This strategy could deter criminals from targeting areas where individuals are capable of defending themselves. Imagine the difference it could make if a law-abiding citizen were able to intervene and stop a mass shooting in progress. It's important to remember that law enforcement cannot be omnipresent. The Second Amendment of the United States Constitution clearly states, quote, "The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." Currently, there are nearly 10,000 laws designed to restrict the use and possession of firearms. Do we genuinely believe that criminals will adhere to these laws? It's time for us to confront this reality and advocate for responsible citizens to carry firearms, whether openly or concealed, at all times. Jim Welter, Loveland. If you want to stay updated on these discussions, consider signing up for Sound Off, where you can receive a weekly summary of our columns, editorials, and more. To share your thoughts on this article, please submit a letter to the editor online or check our guidelines for submitting via email or mail.